St. Mary's, you have 1 minute left in your setup period. And you may now begin your presentation.
Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. How many times have we doubted ourselves, questioned our strengths, our abilities, our own power? How many times have we thought, I am only one person, one idea, the power to affect change, positive change, lasting change, the belief that one idea can change the world, that one idea can change it all, that we as individuals can impact the lives of those around us, one person at a time. One person.
One team. One city.
One university.
One world.
With one idea,
we can change it all.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kyle.
I'm Caitlin.
I'm Charles.
I'm Heidi.
And I'm Jared. And on tech is McCool.
Together, we are SIFE St. Mary's University from Halifax, Nova Scotia. Today, we will share with you how SIFE SMU is using economic, social, and environmental considerations to create lasting and positive change in our community through the power of one. This year, we ran 9 projects under 3 core programs: U-Turn, SMU Angels, and Green Intent. Today, we're going to talk about one project from each that we feel best represent SIFE SMU's goals, philosophy, and passion.
In the U-Turn program, SIFE SMU creates projects that facilitate social change by empowering at-risk youth to make better choices. Projects delivered under U-Turn include
Girl Revolution, which empowers female high school students to address issues facing women in today's society. SIFE SMU worked with 9 female leaders of tomorrow and directly impacted over 160 people.
Let's Can Hunger addresses poverty that leaves many youth struggling to put food on their tables. This year, SIFE SMU put on a Christmas dinner for 30 youth and raised over 45,000 pounds of food through our partnership with Feed Nova Scotia. We were awarded at this year's Nationals with 3rd overall in Canada.
The Social Loan Program supports at-risk youth by providing microloans and mentorship to help them achieve their goals. We have mentored 24 youth and provided over $2,000 in loans.
Our featured U-Turn project is Go Fish. Please reference the bottom of each slide to follow our process through each project.
Young workers between the age of 15 and 24 are more exposed to poverty and economic uncertainty than any other age group. Youth unemployment rates are 3 times that of adult unemployment rates.
Many of these youth have limited skills, often closing doors on their employment opportunities. SIFE SMU recognized the need to develop essential skills for these youth.
Go Fish is designed to provide at-risk youth with the essential restaurant and cooking skills to help them secure jobs and take control of their futures. One idea with the power to transfer skills and help them improve their standard of living and quality of life.
Through our needs assessment, we engaged youth and community partners in the development of the project. One of our partners was the Learning Center at Sackville High School, where students face challenges due to poverty, learning disabilities, and life-threatening illnesses. These youth are among the most marginalized and poorest in our community. Learning Center teachers introduced SIFE SMU to students interested in working in the food service industry, but lacking real-world experience.
8 youth were selected to participate in Go Fish. The foundation of Go Fish is the transfer of relevant workplace skills, therefore increasing the youth's employability. We enlisted a certified chef to help teach these youth to properly prepare and cook meals, by engaging them in day-long training sessions each week.
Mornings featured sessions led by SIFE SMU members and special guest speakers, covering topics such as nutrition, employment skills, and the benefits of locally grown foods. SIFE SMU also delivered food handler certification. This is essential training for the food service industry.
Every afternoon, participants planned, prepared, and ate a meal. They also learned how to work as a team, where each member was assigned a specific kitchen role. We rotated their roles each week to maximize their learning.
One teacher thanked us for challenging the students. She said, because these youth have a disability, most people overlook their capabilities. SIFE SMU set the bar high, and these students rose far above our expectations.
We gave them time and an opportunity to perfect their new skills. We also gave them the opportunity to prove to themselves what they can achieve when somebody believes in their capabilities.
Prior to Go Fish, many of these youth's diets consisted of unhealthy food choices. But this is an example of a meal they made during Go Fish.
Now that's how you improve quality of life.
Making meals for themselves was very empowering, but we did not stop there. We knew we could do better.
Do more.
The youth took their new skills and turned them into action. Working together as a team with no help from their chef mentor, the students prepared and cooked a meal for 45 students and teachers at Sackville High School. This lunch was amazing.
Participants experienced incredible growth in confidence, passion, and their desire to discover what is truly possible in their lives.
One participant named Shelley embraced Go Fish with the hopes of building a brighter future for herself and her family. She cooked the meals that she learned in the Go Fish program at her house, thus transferring her new skills and knowledge to her family members, or as she calls them, her trainees.
Another participant is Leanne. All she ever wanted was to be more confident and independent. Go Fish gave both Leanne and Shelley opportunities.
Working in the Go Fish program will help me learn how to cook better, and it's also taught me how to add flavor to my food so it's not so bland.
I think it helped me a lot because I'm more confident in the kitchen at home and in the kitchen here. Here we do a lot of baking for the breakfast program, and I get to run the show for that.
Having these high expectations and watching the kids actually live up to those expectations and succeed has been amazing.
One teacher or even 3 teachers here at the Learning Center couldn't put it all together, so thank you for organizing it all.
Thank you to SIFE SMU and the Go Fish program for letting us do this. It's been a pleasure working with all of you guys.
To evaluate participant success, we implemented pre- and post-evaluations, which measured an increase in their cooking skills and confidence.
The key metric to success is that the 8 participants secured job opportunities after the project's completion. As one Learning Center teacher put it, by offering new experiences, the Go Fish project is forever changing how these youth feel about themselves and influencing their home lives and future plans.
We are excited to announce that Go Fish will continue next year, as the Learning Center and other partners have already shared their support. We are also looking at expanding the program to include other skilled trades. Without setting a start date, new applications for the project are already started coming in.
Go Fish is having a positive impact on our economy,
By creating employment opportunities,
on our society,
By empowering disadvantaged youth to take control of their futures.
on our environment.
By teaching the benefits of local, sustainable food choices.
Go Fish. One idea, transferring skills and impacting change.
$2,500 in funding received.
54 people directly impacted.
8 job opportunities.
5 community partners.
One idea.
In the Green Intent program, SIFE facilitates environmental change by empowering individuals to make better environmental decisions. Projects delivered under Green Intent include
Green Checklist, challenging SIFE SMU members and clients to reduce consumption through an environmental audit on all activities. This year, we have saved organizations over $1,600.
Our featured Green Intent project is Ryan's project.
Surprising research indicates that the majority of youth still don't feel that protecting the environment is their responsibility. We wanted to put this to the test. We wanted to see what our peers would do when given the opportunity to recycle.
That is how powerful one action can be. This video highlights how easy it is to not do something, to not get involved, to leave the responsibility for the environment to somebody else.
Last year, the opportunity to impact the environment came from the most uncommon of places.
Ryan Sanderson is an 11-year-old boy who sometimes attended our meetings. Ryan identified a problem at his school. He noticed that no one at his school seemed to care about the environment, and he asked SIFE for help.
With Ryan's input, SIFE created Ryan's Project.
One idea with the opportunity to change the environment.
Last year, we engaged the students at Ryan's School through a series of activities and lessons.
This year, we took a more focused approach and worked with a group of 30 students called the Green Team to tackle the school's environmental issues. SIFE's needs assessment revealed that this smaller group of students would create a more focused yet sustainable impact.
SIFE met with the Green Team over 31 weeks during the school year. The goal was to provide the students with the skills and knowledge that they needed to enact real and sustainable change, not only in their school, but also on their lives.
Through a partnership with Green Schools Nova Scotia, the Green Team installed an energy meter in their school. During a school assembly, students watched in amazement as their energy meter reading dropped by 60% as lights and electronics were turned off around the school. Since installing the energy meter in January, the school has saw its average monthly energy consumption drop by 10%.
Through initiatives such as the Battery Depot, 232 batteries were recycled. All items diverted directly from our landfills. The students also installed toilet tummies in 13 school toilets, saving 2 liters of water per flush. This school will now save 186,000 liters of water per year.
In addition to realizing cost savings for the school, the Green Team used recycling as an opportunity to generate income. They created unique Christmas cards made from recycled materials that they then sold at their Christmas concert. SIFE helped these students divert waste while generating profits. Their money is now collecting interest in the Green Team's new e-savings account.
These are just a few of the changes that the Green Team implemented at their school. After a follow-up with the team, we learned that they took the skills and knowledge we gave them and created projects on their own.
For instance, they implemented the 3-page challenge, where each student in the school is challenged to only use 3 sheets of paper per day.
They also started the Garbage Police, where members of the Green Team get posted at each garbage station around the school. During recess and lunch, they monitor other students' recycling habits, and they also assist the small primaries in properly sorting their garbage.
Amazing accomplishments, but we did not stop there. We knew we could do better.
Do more.
So we asked ourselves, how do we ensure that these youth are actually empowered to change their behavior and impact others with their environmental knowledge?
SIFE used an entrepreneurial approach to create the at-home challenge. Students were empowered to take what they had learned through Ryan's project and implement it in their lives beyond school.
The students came up with positive ways to positively impact the environment on their own. For example, one student now makes sure she shuts off the water while brushing her teeth. Another student makes sure that her mom does their laundry in cold water. And a third made sure her grandfather did not drive over the speed limit to conserve gas.
SIFE has realized that our work with the Green Team has had a direct impact on other students at the school, as well as staff and their families.
Hi, I'm Brian, creator of Ryan's Project, and I'm here interviewing the students of the Green Team. How did the Green Team and SIFE make a difference?
We've educated the whole school how to be a lot greener.
We collected 232 batteries already.
What did you do with the Green Team this year that you are most proud of?
Educated lots of little primaries.
The Green Team has made signs, and we have been putting them around the school.
Who can give me an example of how they've helped someone else change?
We've taught our families about what we've been learning about in our meetings and how to save our water by using toilet tummies.
The little primaries always need practice so they can be better at knowing when to recycle.
Thanks, Green Team, and stay green.
Thank you,
As you can see, Ryan's project is equipping these young leaders of tomorrow with the skills they need to change their environment.
Our pre and post evaluations measured an increase in their environmental activities.
As the vice principal said, these students have transformed into leaders, confident and aware of their abilities in the school, at home, and in their community.
What we are most excited about with Ryan's project is not what we did this year, but what will happen in years to come. Our partnership with Green Schools Nova Scotia has expanded, and we will be delivering Ryan's project in a minimum of 5 schools next year.
At regionals, we were approached by Nova Scotia Power to partner with us on our green initiatives. When we return, we will be in talks with them about how we can implement the At Home Challenge as a year-long project for students all across Nova Scotia.
Ryan's project is having a positive impact on our economy.
By using environmental sustainability to cut costs and generate revenue.
On our society.
By empowering elementary school students to create opportunities for themselves and their families.
On our environment.
By diverting waste, reducing energy, and conserving water.
Ryan Sanderson, one person with one idea, empowering youth.
186,000 liters of water conserved.
390 people directly impacted.
18 events.
7 community partners.
One idea.
In the SMU Angels program, SIFE creates projects that impact people and communities through the positive power of entrepreneurship. Projects delivered under SMU Angels include
Blue Collar Business, which motivates people facing unemployment in rural communities pursue entrepreneurship as a career. We turn their skills into businesses. SIFE worked with 8 entrepreneurs and generated over $8,000 in economic activity.
Harvest Success assists vendors at the Halifax Seaport Farmers Market to help them develop strategies for growth and sustainability. This year, SIFE SMU worked with 5 vendors producing local, healthy food and increased their revenues by $22,000, or in other words, 44%.
Our featured SMU Angels project is accessibility.
People with physical and mental disabilities face many challenges trying to make a living. Over half of working-age adults with disabilities are either unemployed or not in the workforce.
For someone with a disability, entrepreneurship offers the freedom and mobility that is sometimes hard to find when working for others. Yet, the number of Canadian business owners with a disability continues to decline.
For our needs assessment, we approached the Entrepreneurs with Disabilities Network. They expressed a real need in our community for SIFE SMU's help because they could not accommodate all the aspiring entrepreneurs with disabilities.
As part of creating the concept, we want to put ourselves in the shoes of our clients and experience what it's really like to have a disability.
One of our EDN clients, Mark Church, stopped by for an afternoon to show the team what life in a wheelchair is really like.
Simply getting through a door on campus took us all nearly 10 minutes. That was an eye-opening experience.
After completing our needs assessment and gathering some input from potential clients and the EDN, accessibility was launched. One idea with the opportunity to empower people with disabilities.
The EDN selected clients interested in entrepreneurship that could be mentored by our SIFE SMU team. Each client was then partnered with a SIFE member, and together they created an individualized action plan, outlining goals to their business, skills required, and opportunity to implement action.
The foundation of accessibility is to transfer skills and to provide our clients with the knowledge essential to not only run a successful business, but also to improve their everyday lives.
But we did not stop there. We knew we could do better.
Do more.
So we opened a business incubation center on campus exclusively for our accessibility members. Here, they could readily gain access to our mentorship, as well as have an accessible space to meet with clients and further their businesses.
SIFE SMU has used entrepreneurship to empower these individuals to take control of their futures.
Take Ken Rule. Ken was planning a large auction at an expensive venue in Halifax, and costs were quickly adding up. We helped Ken assess the auction's feasibility, in the end saving him over $3,000. Recognizing the need to increase Ken's business knowledge, we arranged for him to attend a 2-day business growth workshop offered by St. Mary's University.
Another client we are proud to work with is Team Possibles, a group of local artists with Down syndrome. They originally came to SIFE SMU because they had the desire to secure a permanent spot for their program.
Although a permanent spot is a good future goal, they had never actually considered selling their art as a business. SIFE SMU mentors helped Team Possibles set up at a local farmer's market to sell their art. We also helped them build a business plan and sponsorship package, as well as taught them how to use a point-of-sale system.
In just 10 trips to the market, Team Possibles has already generated more than $1,000. money that can be used to help sustain their program.
An amazing part of working with Team Possibles was the discovery of aspiring entrepreneurs within their group. SIFE SMU embraced their passions and encouraged them to pursue their ideas.
Take Marie, an amazing artist who turned her talent into a business of her own. SIFE SMU hired Marie for her first job.
Marie made us this beautiful Easter-themed picture, which is now located in our SIFE office on campus. As a part of this business transaction, she wrote out her very first invoice. In order to be as professional as possible, she wrote as an independent consultant would and did not charge us the HSD.
Amazing.
Another participant is Will. He dreams of being a world-famous photographer. We gave him an opportunity. We hired Will to be our official team photographer at the SIFE regional competition in Halifax this March.
Will was extremely excited. He told the team that he'd earned more that day than he had in the previous 2 years running his business. At the competition, Will was offered another photography job with a local real estate company.
We are so excited to say that Will is well on his way to world fame, and we've brought Will with us here to Calgary to be our official team photographer again. Will told me just before I came up here that he actually received another job opportunity today at the competition. Thanks, Will.
We have provided Will and Marie with opportunity, confidence, and empowerment. But more importantly, they have provided us with inspiration.
When I first advertised my business with Diamond Zen Photography, it got me a contract with SIFE SMU itself.
I'm very happy.
Katie and
Thank
Aaron
you.
Leande and all those people.
Yeah,
We get to work with them, and they work with us in helping us to make these very cool cards. We want a world where we can show our work and show our faces in the world, where we are a minority group, that we have the right to be seen, not to be hidden. Art can really tell a story, and that's what we're doing in Team Possibles and working with SIFE SMU. I just want to say thank you very much for being my friends and helping me advertise myself and to be a photographer.
I love you.
Ken, Marie, and Will are just 3 of the 32 entrepreneurs with disabilities that we work with through Project Accessibility, where we are positively changing people's lives.
As Brian Aird, the executive director of EDN, puts it, the work that we're doing with these participants will have lasting implications.
We have established a strong future partnership with the Entrepreneurs with Disabilities Network. They will ensure that we are able to meet with as many of their clients as possible in the years to come. They have highlighted our work in their newsletter and asked us to speak at their Entrepreneur of the Year Awards last month.
Accessibility is having a positive impact on our economy,
By generating revenue for new and existing businesses,
on our society,
By empowering people with disabilities to improve their standard of living and quality of life.
on our environment,
By educating new business owners on green and sustainable business practices.
accessibility, one idea impacting change.
$6,500 in economic activity,
94 people directly impacted.
21 events.
2 partners.
One idea.
In total, SIFE SMU delivered 9 projects under 3 core programs.
we have positively changed the quality of life and standard of living of 2,900 individuals.
We have been recognized as a team that is changing our community.
We have collaborated with people in our communities to create lasting partnerships.
We are SIFE St. Mary's University.
We are changing our economy.
Our society.
And our environment.
By embracing our philosophy,
That one person, one idea can impact positive change.
Lasting change.
94,000.
St. Mary's, your presentation time has now expired.
Before we get started with questions, I'd just like to invite up our co-president, JP LaRue.
Don't everybody ask at once now.
Under accessibility, you worked with the Entrepreneurs with Disabilities Network. I didn't get a sense for what their role was, you know, vis-a-vis your role.
So I'll take that question. We approached a program, their organization, and once we started speaking with them, we realized that they were swamped. They only get to meet with their members and their clients twice a year. So the reality of it is they're not getting the help that they needed in order to succeed. So they jumped at the opportunity to introduce us to some of their clients when they saw that we had a good match. So that's how we were introduced to Team Possibles. From that, they saw the work that we did, and they actually, as mentioned in the presentation, they asked us to speak at their annual conference, I guess, and we had a 5-minute spot to introduce us further to their clients and kind of foster that partnership to grow from there. Did I answer your question?
Yep.
Perfect, thank you.
Hi, first of all, congratulations. 2 questions. One, can we have one more, do more, just for good time's sake?
Let me set that up for
more.
There we go.
Can you talk a little further about, you chose some very interesting target groups to help. Can you maybe talk a little about your process of why you chose those or why you targeted the folks that you did?
Yeah, so absolutely. So one of the groups that we chose was Youth in Ryan's project. And the reason we did this was because we had research that said that youth didn't really care about the environment. But also the big thing in that survey was that if you start with youth at a young age, you can have lasting implications. So one really big example of this would be the work we did in the school last year actually got us recognized by Clean Schools Nova Scotia this year as one of the 3 schools in Nova Scotia to install the energy meter. So does that answer your question? Perfect.
Hi. Just a quick question with regards to Go Fish. I got the impression that there was a lot of teaching going on with people with disabilities on how to cook and how to work with Food Safe. I didn't get the impression that the team was working with local restaurants or other businesses to help employ the people. Was that part of the project or something I missed?
Yes, that's a great question. And the whole idea behind Go Fish came from a Christmas dinner we put on for at-risk youth. And we realized at the dinner that they weren't just hungry for food, they were hungry for knowledge. So we wanted to give them the skills that they could use to be self-sustainable. And you mentioned local partners. So one of our partners for next year to ensure the sustainability of the program is the Hamachi Group of Restaurants in Halifax. And they've already committed to bring on as many members as they can for next year.
I was just unclear about whether, in the case of empowering the disabled entrepreneurs, whether or not the individuals that go through your programs would continue to be supported by SIFE in order to sell their cards or their art, or whether they would become sustainable on their own, and what's the situation there?
So I'll take that question. The whole goal of the program is at some point for them to be sustainable on their own. And the first step that we took from that is we went to farmers market and they raised $1,000. And to a lot of people, $1,000 is not a big deal, but to them it's really life-changing. And that, through that, we're going to leverage that next year and try and increase their revenues so that they can get to a point where they're generating enough revenues to sustain their program. But we also leverage our mentors and our connections to help them. So we're setting up a board of advisors for them to further ensure the sustainability in the future.
How many years has it been going on?
So this is the first year we work with Team Possibles, and we're extremely excited at the opportunity to grow the program. We're actually thinking about making a large competition for all of them to do the green aspects and also their entrepreneurial venture, since a lot of them are excited about that.
Sounds great, thank you.
Just to add on to that as well, Will actually told us that if we make it to World,
your time has expired. Judges and guests, join me in thanking the team from St. Mary's University.